NBA2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the
Tell them sit down, be humble, 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 sit down.
We've got NBA. Basketball in store for you. We're live. We are. Thanks, David. It's great to have a mix of those things. Adapt or die, as they say. And neither of these teams look to push the tempo if they can help it. They like to play that half-court game. So, Clark, what are teams looking to do with a slower pace?
Well, a couple of things. One is it's about quality versus quantity. They want to get consistently good shot attempts every trip down, and they're willing to take time to do that. And so the offensive execution, screen setting, ball movement, spreading the floor becomes much more important because the fast break chances are not a big part of their repertoire.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Young and Turner up front, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Count the basket.
Tough finish from Bogdanovich. He's got a nice big frame for a wingman.
And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No. If anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
And it's in there.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Leonard. Kicks to Aldridge. There's the screen. Parker passes to Aldridge. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Young dishes to Turner. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's Aldridge. That shot off. And Indiana will come the other way. Here's Oladipo. And it's slammed in by Turner.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Parker kicks to Gasol. Outside Leonard. Gasol, a screen on Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard attacking. Ejected by Young.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Out to Parker. Outside Gasol. Fires the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Gasol's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And Gasol didn't always have the perimeter shot, but in the latter stages of his career, he has really developed that.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Oladipo's got 5 points so far.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Back to Parker. There's the three. Hits it from three-point range.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Screen by Young. Here's Oladipo, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Parker passes to Gasol. Back to Parker. Pass to Gasol. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Parker. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Parker with the steal. Left side Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Gasol's got his second bucket.
And the Pacers really have been one of the more consistent franchises in the NBA over the last 15 years or so. They've not won fewer than 32 games or drafted higher than 10th since 1989. That's a pretty impressive run of consistency.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by Young. Pacers leading by 5. And Bogdanovich kicks to Oladipo. Green with the block. And they get it back. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio.
And, you know, I think Young has always done a good job of creating contact to make a living at the free throw line. That's a nice skill to have.
And the Pacers always find a way to hold their own, but still searching for that first NBA championship.
Yeah, you know, it's tough for every team, but in a smaller market, they don't feel they can afford to totally tear down the roster with a full rebuild. Indianapolis, as great a city as it is, not a free agent destination, so that makes it tough to build a contender. You have to do it primarily through the draft and smart acquisitions.
For Indiana, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And Oladipo, here we go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Spurs trail by 5. Outside, Green. Parker outside. He feeds it to Gasol. Green dishes to Aldridge. Parker outside. 4 on the clock. And it's sent back by Turner. And they'll keep possession. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Pacers leading by 5. Left side, Collison. Oladipo for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Green kicks to Aldridge. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Empty that time from Leonard.
And that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter. And that's a good job of doing both. Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
There's Sabonis. Aldridge is covering. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Oladipo against Green. Turner with a screen for Oladipo. Parker against Collison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Aldridge. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call a prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Aldridge. Aldridge with a screen on Oladipo. Green passes to Aldridge. It's stolen by Oladipo. And now Collison pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
It's stolen by Green. Leonard with the ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Clark, when you played, you had some great footwork in the paint. Which big men today impress you with their footwork in the paint, in the post?
Man, I tell you, one of the guys I've always loved watching do his thing inside is Zach Randolph. I tell you what, he grits and grinds as well as anybody, and his touch and footwork exquisite because he's not an overpowering or overwhelming athlete. Karl Anthony Towns much the same way. Fairly low to the ground in how they play, but extremely effective in being able to get the position and shot they want. And in his Cantor, a guy who's starting to impress with his footwork as well.
In the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Henson checked in for the Pacers. And Stevenson comes in for Darren Collison. Mills dishes to Gay. 1:46 left here in the opening quarter. Laverne with the ball, working on Henson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big 3 of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
It's Gay with the drive. And Laverne kicks to Mills. Clock at 4. Gay passes to Laverne. Shoots over Henson. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Pacers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Oladipo dishes to Bogdanovich. And Henson kicks to Bogdanovich. Over Gay. And the Pacers can't get it to go. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Mills passes to Gay. He feeds it to Laverne, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
Bad turnover, plain and simple. No other way to describe it. I mean, he just threw it out of bounds.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oladipo against Ginobili. Henson in the post. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Henson very skilled down low at almost 7 feet tall. The defense cannot allow him to get deep position.
Here's Ginobili. And Henson sends it back. With 1 on the clock, Sabonis with the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Pacer lead. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pacers lead by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio. You're watching 2K Sports. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the...
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to...
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother, and that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, it's been impressive for me too, Greg. I mean, they've snuffed out a lot of shots, and I think they've had an intimidating effect on the opponent.
Mills and Manu at the guards. Rudy Gay is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Laverne in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. It's good.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooting, the kick out is the only choice.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Man, entertaining to watch the way Oladipo finishes around the basket. I mean, he's close to the bucket. He's dropping the hammer.
Mills dishes to Diaw. Kicks it out to Gay. Ginobili the pass to Laverne. 4 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And stolen by Bogdanovich. The feed to Stevenson. Makes it off the glass. And now a 6-point Indiana lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Kicks it out to Gay. A stupendous finish in traffic.
And love how committed Gay is inside. No one is stopping him. He's overcoming any challenge.
There's Sabonis. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now here's Joseph. Pass to Leaf. Back to Joseph from downtown. Poke loose.
And you see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
And Nate McMillan, formerly an assistant in Indiana, now the head coach. Do you think it's tough to succeed another head coach that, Clark, you worked under?
I imagine there would be some awkwardness there, but in his case, it wasn't a mid-season transition. It was at the end of a season, so that certainly helps. Frank Vogel simply wasn't re-signed, was not fired, was not replaced, just wasn't re-signed. And I think all of that made it a little easier for Nate.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Gasol kicks to Leonard. Gasol a screen. Off the screen. And that one's good. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Joseph has an open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
Tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul. Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. Here's Parker. Pass to Aldridge. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Here's Shumpert. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Aldridge. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Shumpert passes to Jefferson. Robinson left side. There's the dish to Joseph. Inside, Jefferson. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
Man, I love watching Jefferson throw it down. A 6'10" beast in the paint.
Outside, Green to the paint. Kicks it out to Leonard. And they get it. Parker outside. 6 to shoot. Teardrop shot. Here's Gasol. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gasol's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And Joseph kicks to Jefferson. Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Gasol. The Pacers pull it in. Dishes to Joseph. In the corner, it's Robinson. Back to Joseph. To the inside. And stolen by Aldridge. Leonard with the ball. Robinson picks him up. They kick it out to Green. Here's Parker. Here's Gasol. A 3 from Leonard. Hits the 3-point bomb. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jump.
Now Green. The pass to Aldridge. This all setting the pick for Aldridge. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%. And Joseph kicks to Jefferson. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Leonard got the ball.
And how about the evolution of Leonard's game over time? From role player to full-fledged star. A dynamite also defensively.
San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw missing. John Henson's checked in for Al Jefferson. That one drops. He ties it up. Pacers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the 2nd quarter. And slam dunk by Henson.
When he's deep inside like that, he's looking to jam it down. An efficient scorer, John Henson.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. The drive by Green. And Henson sends it back. Screen by Parker. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard.
Hey, that reach of Henson, remarkably long, unbelievably long, and that allows him to wipe away shots effectively.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Leonard. And the Spurs scoring again.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the 2nd.
And anytime you think about the Pacers, really hard to forget their recent dominance in the East now. I mean, in 2013, they were 1 win away from the NBA Finals. In 14, They earned the #1 seed in the East, and then it kind of snowballed south since then.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Out to the wing. Here's Leaf. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for the Pacers, 2 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. They seem poised for a long run.
Well, Stevenson left the league. PG broke his leg, and just like that, their fortunes changed. And I think, too, the way the league was changing in terms of style of play impacted the decision, too.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Stevenson. Robinson against Gay. Passes it to Laverne. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Beautiful play by Lance Stevenson. He's as gifted a passer as we have in the league.
Ginobili outside. Back to Diao. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And Indiana making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. A drive by Shumpert.
Wow. Are you? Oh, my goodness. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it, Kevin and Greg. I mean, me, I don't mind a little extra.
San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And Mills kicks to Laverne. And here is Diao. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Now here's Laverne, defended by Henson. There's the pick. Ginobili, that's for 2. And it comes off the front of the rim. Shumpert passes to Robinson. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Indiana out in front, up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we were making.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that's all we can do.
Now the start of the second half. Neither side. Jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been two quarters. Just a great effort for him for the...
San Antonio trailing here, and on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Here's Murray, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And, Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watched and think, hey, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris is an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a game similar to mine in that he's really versatile, does a lot of things well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Murray with it. He's against Collison. Just 4 to shoot. Murray dishes to Ginobili. Turner with the steal. And now Young running the floor all by himself. In transition, here come the Spurs. And LeBron throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Basket counts. Collison's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Ginobili against Oladipo. Laverne. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Turner with the screen. Ginobili against Oladipo. And he banks in the layup. Oladipo's got 11 points.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Spurs have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. It's Ginobili on the wing. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
And Oladipo to Turner. It's tipped. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Collison. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Murray. He has 5.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Bogdanovich against Gay. Here's Collison. It's deflected. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Indiana trailing here. 3-on-3. And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you can rise up so quickly as Young can and do it that easily, and even contested shots are no problem.
That's tipped. For the lead. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Murray kicks to Bertans. Feeds it to LeBron. Yep, it counts. LeBron's got 13.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Collison, no good.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
Mills with it. He kicks it to Aldridge. Here's Leonard. That one, no good. Ready by Bogdanovich. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got 4 this quarter.
And Oladipo really clever at how he leaks out. I mean, seeing the court extremely well and creating an easy opportunity for himself thanks to that speed and recognition.
Here's Leonard. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Oladipo. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bogdanovich against Leonard. Back to Mills. He dishes it to Leonard. Kicks it to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
San Antonio leading. Now here's Mills. Outside, Green. To the inside. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Shumpert. He feeds it to Jefferson. To the paint. Here's Joseph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Spurs?
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves. they've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Leonard with the screen on Joseph. Off the pick. And it's Leonard missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Green against Shumpert for the lead. Jefferson's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Green. It's good. The assist that time from Dion. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Jefferson, a screen on Aldridge, and stolen by Aldridge. Here's Green. He has 5. Aldridge left side. Green passes to Aldridge. Misses from short range. The Pacers shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. Shots good by Jefferson. Jefferson's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
Yeah, he's a big-time glass eater now. Reads, misses nicely, and then capitalizes as well.
Over in the corner, Dion. Off target from three-point range. For Indiana, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Robinson misses. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Mills dishes to Diaw. They kick it out to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Diaw with the screen on Joseph. Diaw, the pass to Mills. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Aldridge. The shot is good off the backboard. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Jefferson kicks to Shumpert. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Henson checked in for Jefferson. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Corey Joseph. Pass to Leaf. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Leonard on the wing. And Henson sends it back. Tries again. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Aldridge. 16 points for Kawhi Leonard. Shumpert dishes to Henson. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Leonard to the middle. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Leaf.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
That's exactly what they should do. I mean, you don't want to give the opponent another possession here. Make sure you get the last one.
Now Leonard. Misses the easy stuff. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Spurs lead by 1 and will return shortly. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Let's get about 3 or 4 stops in a row. Get something put together defensively.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And so here is Indiana. The defensive tandem of Green and Leonard outside. Diao and Aldridge together down low. And it's Mills in at the point guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry. And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Man, I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Leonard, the pass to Green. Three-pointer, and it's Kawhi Leonard with the three. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up? Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive attitude Stevenson brings to the table. He's not going to sit back and settle for jump shots. If he can attack the basket, he will.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Back to Green. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Green. Aldridge misses.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
The first one falls.
Well, the Pacers players have been a little bit outspoken, saying we need an identity. We need more toughness and ruggedness. Not the biggest team, built more on athleticism and speed, so they've got to be scrappy.
And you think about toughness for the Pacers, Clark, where do they have to focus?
I think they've got to focus on shoring up the paint, get a little more presence there. Love Miles Turner and his potential. Defensive rebounding was an issue for this team, and too much interior scoring allowed as well. So they've got to have a presence in that paint defensively.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Leaf.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate. Someone guys love to be around. A guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Free throw good, Sabonis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I look at Sabonis as a terrific stretch four. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch.
Bertans passes to Gasol. Out to Parker. Gay dishes to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. And then Gay with the jam.
You gotta love watching Gay just soar through the air. An amazing dunker who just relishes these opportunities.
Kicks it out to Stevenson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the layup's good off the glass.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, not a lot of separation in this one, Greg. Both teams looking for that one big run to grab momentum.
And Henson sends it back. Outside for Robinson. Got 3 off the mark. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Parker with it. Robinson picks him up. Parker passes to Gay. Bertans kicks to Gay. Down low. Outside for Gasol. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And I really like to see Gasol go up with the shot immediately after getting the pass. Shows how much confidence he has in himself.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
That one goes. Count it. And 11 points for Lance Stevenson.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
There's a screen. Ginobili against Shumpert. Bertans kicks to Ginobili. And Henson pulls it down.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
And here is Ginobili. Gay outside. Back to Ginobili. Out to Parker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Fame.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
Yeah, and Parker just puts so much pressure on your defense with his speed, and he's made a living out of doing that.
Ginobili, that's for two. San Antonio again missing. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%. And a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Maurice checked in for Manu Ginobili. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. And we'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Bogdanovich against Gay. Inside. It's stolen by Oladipo. Now the Pacers moving it up. Young with the ball. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Turner.
Well, you could just see Young there, keeping his head up and staying aware of that play to get the assist. That's keeping your eyes on the game in front of him.
Pass to Bertans. Parker dishes to Gasol. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Pacers trail by 4. Oladipo with the ball. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
You know, what I like about what I've seen in Oladipo is that it's obvious he's put a lot of work in to becoming a better offensive player. And he can really get it going in a hurry now.
Parker passes to Gasol. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Well, you go back to Darren Collison's career at UCLA, very distinguished, and he's turned himself into a starting caliber pro, too.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Davis Bertans. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Green in for Murray.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside Leonard over Bogdanovich. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Leonard's got 23.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And Young kicks to Oladipo. Rejected by Gasol. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. Now the feed to Gasol. 5 to shoot. Aldridge. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner. The Pacers making a change here. Sabonis is checked in.
And, you know, the length and height of Aldridge make him a tough matchup. He's a hard guy to go against, a strong forward that has an impressive mid-range stroke.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
And, you know, Oladipo back in 2013 was the #2 overall pick in the draft and is showing a lot of promise. He's really taking over the game in key stretches here.
And Green gets it to go.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the goal.
That's how you attack.
Wow. Oh, man. my. You know, you got to give it up for Oladipo. Being able to maintain his poise and not letting the contact bother him, that's good concentration.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. Leonard the pass to Gasol. Takes the 13-footer. Aldridge. Great positioning on the putback.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Indiana moving it around. Oladipo with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Bogdanovich, no luck.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Oh, here's Parker. The dish to Aldridge. Gasol kicks to Leonard and stolen by Bogdanovich. Back to Turner. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Spurs leading by 5. Parker outside. Dishes to Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Turner dishes to Collison. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Turner.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
No time to waste at all. Got to let it go fast.
Nails it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're up by 3. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
.23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management is crucial at this time of the game.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They trail by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. check in for the Pacers. Outside Collison. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. On deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard gets the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final second.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another.